Math 2. Today we're doing a review over 5.1 to 5.4. The first thing we're going to look at is polygons. Okay, and we need to know specifically kind of what is the definition of a polygon. So what do you guys think? Okay, so yeah, it's going to be, I like that, closed, and also it needs straight sides. Does anybody know the difference between convex and concave? No ideas? What do you think, like concave? Can you think of any, like what, like if you're just guessing, what do you think? I like that, like some of the sides come in, and the way that they kind of explained it online, I was kind of reading up on it because I wasn't exactly sure how to give you a definition, but they basically said that when you have concave, it has dents, which I think is kind of like what you were saying, Joseph, like where it goes in, okay? So dense or goes in. Where convex, we would basically say no dents. So first of all, there's two questions on this. The first question is it a polygon? And then if it is a polygon, is it convex or concave? Okay, so do we think this one's a polygon, yes or no? This one should be easy. And do you think this one is convex or concave? Very good, convex. There's no dents. There's nothing like going inside into the figure. So a dent would be like when there's a dent into the figure. Does that kind of make sense? This one, everything is going out. So that's convex. Is this going to be a polygon? No, because it's not closed. You can see there's like this opening right there. In order for it to be a polygon, everything needs to be connected. Okay? So I'm actually going to just put not a polygon, just so it's a little bit better. All right. Then this last one, would we consider this a polygon? Yes. And is this one convex or concave? Very good. And can you guys see how this one kind of goes in at certain spots? So this is what we're talking about, like a dent going inside. It's going into the figure. Okay? All right, moving on. So again, all of this, besides that, is a review. And so right here on number 1, a hexagon. Find the sum of the interior angles. Do you guys remember the formula for finding the sum of interior angles? Good job. Okay, so I'm going to just give you about a minute to find the answers to number 1 and 2. Again, if you see this on a review right now, you will see it on your quiz later today. Yes, you may use the calculator. Okay, once you get your answers, go ahead and check with the people you sit in your group with. See if you guys agree. If someone's wrong, make sure you tell them why. Okay, so number 1, what answer did you guys get? Good, because a hexagon has 6 sides. 6 minus 2 is times 180, so we have 4 times 180, and that was 720. Okay, number 2, a 22-gon. Guess how many sides that one has? You guys are so smart. 22 minus 2 times 180 And then 20 times 180 makes 3,600. Okay, questions there? All right. Next one, find the missing angle. Devin.
On 1, so what, how can be 1 divided by 6 on the angle?
Because we're finding, it asks for the sum of the interior angles. Sum of the interior angle measures. You know what? Do you guys agree? Should we have divided? Okay, find the sum. So it's asking you to add them all up. I would agree. So it's not asking you for a specific interior angle measure. It's asking you for the sum of all of them. Yeah, if it just asks for the interior angle measures, you wouldn't divide by 2. What would you divide by? Okay, 6. And then this one we would have divided by 22. Okay, good. Thanks for bringing that up. All right. Okay, so next one, it says find the missing angle. Do you guys know what to do? Okay, find the answer. I'm going to come around and check. I heard it. Good job. Okay, the correct answer was 58. The first thing you need to decide or actually figure out is how many degrees should your total shape have. And so you could always use your formula n minus 2 times 180. So you'd have 4 minus 2 times 180, 2 times 180, which is 360. The next thing you need to do is add up all the measures you have. Now, one thing that I would remind you to be aware of is that when you have a 90-degree angle, sometimes they do the little box, but they don't have the number. So don't forget, it's not on this one, but that 90 degrees or that little box means 90. So don't forget to add that up. So when you added all those up together, what did you end up getting? 302. And so then we just take 360 minus 302, and we have to borrow, and we end up getting 58 as measure angle B. Oops. All right, questions on this problem? No? Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, this next one, and notice how all of these are kind of labeled for you. So hopefully they'll be easy to go back and check if you're trying to find something. So this one we're talking about finding n, so that's your sides, and exterior angles. So it tells you that the sum of the interior angles measures of a regular polygon with n sides is given. Find n, then find the measures of an exterior angle. So we first need to find out how many sides it has, right? Okay, and then once you find out how many sides, how do you find out the exterior angles? Good. If you don't remember, this is where we end up going 360 divided by n equals our exterior angle. Okay, all exterior angles add to be 360. There's nothing to figure out there. We know they all add up to be that. So if you're finding a specific exterior angle, you divide by the number of sides. When you're finding n, I would go ahead and write this down. You're going to go n minus 2 times 180 equals whatever that sum number is. Okay, should I leave you guys alone? You think you can find this? Or should we do number one together? Okay, so number one together, and then I'll have you try the next one on your own. I would write this out as n minus 2 times 180 equals 1080. Now, there's multiple ways of finding this answer. I think the easiest, though, is, and we kind of talked about this originally, instead of distributing 180 through, you could actually just divide by 180 to both sides to start with. So if I do that, if I divide by 180 and I get to use a calculator, which is really nice, I get n minus 2, and what do you guys get when you plug that into your calculator? 6 is correct. Now, does that mean it has 6 sides? No. What do I have to do still? Very good. So my sides, n equals 8. So that is half of my answer, but we're looking for 2 answers. The other answer they want to know is my exterior angle, right? What is each of my exterior angles? So what do I do to find that? Good, 360 divided by 8, and that equals 45 degrees. Okay, so we have two answers there, 8 and then 45 degrees. Okay, number 2. Once you get your answers, raise your hands. Remember that you can get decimals for exterior angles, okay? Actually, for any angle. Perfect, good. Okay, so you should have got 16 for the sides, and your exterior angles are 22.5. So if we go through this, we start by saying n minus 2 times 180 equals 2520. Next step is we divide by 180. When I do that, I get n minus 2 equals what? 14. And to get n by itself, we add 2 to end up getting n equals 16. So that is one of my answers, 16. My other answer, we have to take what two numbers? Oh, you know, she's in my 0 period class. It is, sorry. What do I do? Oops, sorry. Thank you. 360 divided by 16. And when you do that, you should have got 22.5 degrees. Okay, any questions on those? All right. Okay, properties of parallelograms. And if you need to, when you're taking your quiz, you can look at your yellow card. But one of the properties of parallelograms tells us what about the sides? They are equal. So could you guys find x right now? Yes. Okay, good. Ready, set, go. Okay. Perfect. You got it. Good. Did you find the next one? Okay, so the correct answer for x was 7. Glad to see that most of you got that. So you would set up 8x minus 14 equals 5x plus 7. We need to get all of our x's together, so I would subtract 5x to both sides. 8x minus 5x is 3x, so I have 3x minus 14 equals 7. I have to get all my numbers to the right, and so I'm going to add 14. When I do that, I have 3x equals 21. My last step is to divide by 3, and x equals 7. So that was number 1, was find whatever x is. Okay, now it says find BC. What will I do in order to find BC? Good, so BC is 5x plus 7. So we go 5 times 7 plus 7. 5 times 7 is 35 plus 7, which is 42. So BC equals 42. Okay, questions? All right, so we're going to flip this over here. If you notice, and some of you did, this is still the same figure, but notice this is now question 3 and question 4. Okay, we're adding on to this. We already know that x equals 7. Not that it even helps us, though, in this problem. So now we are talking about the degrees. What do you know about opposite angles in parallelograms? So what do we know is also 83? Okay, so we know that measure angle B equals 83 degrees. Okay, we also know something else about the angles. What are they called when they're on the same side? Consecutive angles. And what do we know about consecutive angles? They equal 180. So I could give this one a variable of x, or we could give it a variable of a. So that would mean that 83 plus a equals 180. Right? Because these two have to be add to be 180. You subtract 83, and we get a equals 97 is correct. Another way is that you just know that those add to be 180, and you just automatically go to 180 minus 83, right? You don't even have to set up the equation. It's totally up to you, but measure angle A does equal 97 degrees. Okay, questions? All right, let's move on to squares and rectangles. Okay, this tells you it is a square. Okay, once you have X and Y, you can actually show me on your hands. Good, 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 good. Now the other value. Good. Good. Got it. Perfect. Good. Good. Perfect. Perfect. Good. No. Yes. Yep. Yep. Yes. Yes. Good. Got it. Got it. Okay, it looks like most of you got both of these answers. And so it tells you a square. So we actually know that all sides are equal, but even if this was a rectangle and a rectangle, opposite sides are equal, right? Well, this one's kind of nice because your x's are already lined up together. So if I solve on here, I'm going to add 7 to each side, okay? And I'm going to also subtract 3x at the same time. Hopefully that's okay with everybody. So we get 9 minus 3, which is 6x, and 17 plus 7 is 24. We divide by 6 and get x equals 4. To find y, I'm going to set these two equations equal to 0, or equal to each other. 6y minus 4 equals 2y plus 8. I'm going to add 4 to both sides. At the same time, subtract 2y. 6 minus 2 is 4y. 8 plus 4 is 12. We divide by 4, and y equals 3. Okay? Remember that whenever you solve for a variable, always go back and check that that was the actual question. And is that what they asked us to find? Yes. They asked us to find x and y. They didn't ask us to find the side length. Okay. Moving on. Last problem. Okay. It says find the variables of, or find the values of the variables of the rectangle. Do you guys not have this page? Well, you can do this somewhere in a blank space that you have. I think you can do it. So what would you do for this? AC is a diagonal, right? And then DB right here is the other diagonal. What do we know about diagonals in a rectangle? Very good. So you should set up your equation and solve and show me on your fingers what your answer is. But then I want you to plug that answer in to actually tell me what the diagonal values are. Okay, sorry. Good, 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 good. Got it, got it. Good, 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 good. Yeah, you might not be able to show me on your fingers the actual answer. Well, yeah, you could do it that way. Good. Yeah, good. 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 I get it. You know, either way. Perfect. Yeah, then I just want you to plug it in and find the value of the diagonal. You did it. Good. Yeah, that works. Dustin, you got it. The diagonals in a rectangle are always equal, so does it matter which one? Good. Okay, that works. Yes. Good. 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 Okay, did you guys all find that x equals 5? So if I add 4 to both sides, subtract 5x, if you can be quiet, please. We get 4x equals 20. You divide by 4 to both sides, and x equals 5. If we needed to find the diagonal, I could choose either one to plug it into because they are both the same. I'll get the same answer either way. This one, I think adding is easier. So I'd write 5 times 5 plus 16. 25 plus 16 equals 41. Do you guys remember how we'd write that? AC equals DB equals 41 because they are all equal to each other. Okay, any questions?